Hello, my students, my third grade students. How are you? Today we're going to take exercise 8. Look and write. Under واكتب. We have here 4 sentences and we have tick sign and cross sign. في عنا جمل، في جمل عليها إشارة الصح، في جمل عليها إشارة الخطأ. Of course, when we say the tick sign, we use what you must before the verb. This is the verb. We use you must. هلا لما نشوف إشارة الصح نستخدم you must. When we see the cross sign, we should put or write you mustn't before the verb. لازم نكتب you mustn't قبل الفعل. Now let's begin. Number 1. Get up at 6 o'clock. استيقظ في تمام الساعة 6. This is the tick sign. We should write you must. Then the verb get. You must get up at 6 o'clock. يجب عليك أن تستيقظ في تمام الساعة 6. Is that clear? Now let's go to the second sentence. We have here go to school at 7:15. يذهب إلى المدرسة في تمام الساعة 7:15. So, what can you see here? Yes, I can see a tick sign. بشوف إشارة الصح. So, we should write before the verb, you must go to school at 7:15. Like this sentence, I wrote it here. You must go to school at 7:15. يجب عليك أن تذهب إلى المدرسة في الساعة 7:15. Write it in the second blank. Okay? اكتبوها في الفراغ الثاني. Number 3. Forget your books. ينسى كتبك. تنسى كتبك. We can see here the X or we can see here the cross sign. نشوف هون علامة الإكس الخطأ. So we should write you mustn't forget your books. نكتبها في السطر الثالث. You mustn't forget your books. لا يجب عليك أن تنسى كتبك. Write it in the third blank. Number 4. Shout in the classroom. We can see here cross sign. We can see here a cross sign. Okay, so we should write before the verb, you mustn't shout in the classroom. Write it here in the fourth blanks. In the fourth, write it here in the fourth blank. Number 4. You mustn't shout in the classroom. لا يجب عليك أن تصرخ في الغرفة الصفية. Write them, please. Now, my students, the sentence in English starts with a subject. You here is a subject. It's a plural pronoun. Subject يعني فعل. After that, we put the model. The model must. Then the verb. Then the complement of the sentence. Like this. You is a subject. Mustn't a model. Forget the verb. and the complement. You is the subject, mustn't the modal, and shout is the verb and the complement of the sentence. We have here preposition. حرف جر. Okay. Now let's go to exercise 9. Read, order, and write. اقرأ, رتب, واكتب. We have here some words. We should order them to make a meaningful sentence. لازم نرتبهم هاي الكلمات حتى نكون جملة مفيدة. Number 1 is already done. Lot mustn't eat a sweets you off. At the beginning of the sentence, we should put the subject, you. Then the modal, must or mustn't. After that, we should put what? The verb, eat. Then the complement of the sentence, تكملة الجملة. You mustn't eat a lot of sweets. Number 2, we have here today, wear, you, jacket, must, your. So, when we begin the sentence in English, we should write the subject at the beginning. You, then the modal, must, you must, then the verb wear. You must wear your jacket today. This is the full answer and the correct order of this sentence. Number 3, you mustn't books forget you. So where is the subject? Yes, you. We write it here at the beginning in capital letter. After that, we write the modal here, mustn't. So you mustn't. Then the verb. Where is the verb? Forget. You mustn't forget your books. And don't forget to put the full stop at the end of the sentence. ما تنسوا تحطوا النقطة في نهاية الجملة. Number 4, you must tidy bedroom your. So at the beginning we should put you, the subject, then the modal, then the verb. You must tidy your bedroom, غرفتك النوم. Okay, and put the full stop at the end of the sentence. And thanks for listening to me, my lovely students, and goodbye.
Today I present to you must and mustn't. Stay here until the end of this video, because I'm gonna show you an exercise to practice about what you learned today, right? So here we go. Let's see this example to understand better. He must be in bed. The modal verb must is expressing obligation. But why? The reason is because the boy is sick and feels bad. It's important for him to stay in bed. Okay, very good. Let's check the next sample. You mustn't talk to strangers. Do you see something strange? What is it? So must has changed as mustn't. Okay, mustn't it's the negative way of must and express prohibition or a rule. So let's look at the next example. I must pay attention to all his explanations. As you can see, must is expressing obligation in this case. Because as a good student, he must pay attention, and it's a very good attitude of him. So it is an obligation to do it, right? Let's see more examples. You mustn't play video games when I am not at home. As you can see, it's a rule that he must follow. That's why mustn't is expressing prohibition. So, we use must and mustn't to talk about obligations and rules or prohibition. Let's see these last examples, right? I must switch off my mobile phone in class. And you mustn't eat or drink in the classroom. Okay, great. Remember that must don't change when we use it with he, she, it. Look at these examples. Remember that we don't use must with questions. If you want to make a question, use the auxiliary do plus personal pronoun and then have to, as this example. Do we have to wear a swimming hat? And remember that we don't use to with must. Instead, we use only the verb in infinitive form without to. But why? Because it is a modal verb. As in this example, the verb go is in its infinitive form without to. Okay, great. Practice time. It's a moment to work out your brain literally. Okay, it's a short exercise to practice. You're gonna write the complete sentences with must or mustn't. Remember that the X means negative form of must and the tick means positive. In 10 seconds I'm gonna show you the answers. So pause the video until you have completed the exercise. Okay, very good. See you in the next video.